stream, just because why not? I'm not much of a big gamer, but I really like the Assassin's Creed series, and I figured I'd get really into them so everyone can watch me be really angry at the end of the day. Okay, so I haven't put that many hours into this game yet, and I'm doing it on normal level because this is my first playthrough of this one. I've gotta say, I really like the graphics in both Origin, and I've already played and beaten Odyssey. I think they are just such a step above a lot of the original games, and I think that makes them really fun. I do like the nostalgia of the original Assassin's Creed, though. You know, that, like, really terrible face when you zoom in too close? I also like that this one gives you hints, like all of those little things that you forget to use, and that you can shuffle through them. Oh, look at that, we're already being attacked. And by a hippo, which is sort of insulting. Okay, so I am definitely a high ground person. I think is one of my things that I've learned from all of the Assassin's Creed games is I would much rather shoot you down from a tower than fist fight in the street. Always seems to work out better that way. I die a whole lot less. Okay, so I've been running this mysterious killer quest, which, if you look on the map here, it doesn't point out to you where you're going. So you just kind of have to wander until you find the next point, and then it tells you where it is. Which is nice, but also is so frustrating, because you spend half your time just searching for the quest. So right now I've been trying to go through and do all the little Eagles points that I've skipped the whole way down here, because I know I'm going to regret it later, and there's always pretty good treasure. Yes, Matt, hi, I'm streaming. I'd use your gamer tag, but it's just you watching, so don't think I feel that bad. So one thing I'm kind of hoping for in this game, actually, is in Odyssey, there's a point where you can get an ability where even when you're jumping from stupidly tall heights, you don't take any damage, which is dumb. Obviously, that's not how things work, but it's a video game, like I have to remind myself. But it is really, really convenient. There is nothing better than making a stupidly tall jump and looking really badass, and then not dying. Ooh, that's a hippo. I will say, there's one thing for Origins, it has a lot more animals that want to kill you. Odyssey, you run across like lions and boars, which are the devil. But this game has everything that wants to kill you. Hippos and hyenas and alligators, which move really fast. You can't do a full-on superhero landing. You can, what's the word for that? Parkour roll into things. So, if you're jumping off a really tall building, if you hold X down, a lot of the times you'll parkour roll out of it, instead of like hitting the ground. Oh, or in that case I'm just gonna hit a piece of broken scaffolding. When I find somewhere really tall, we'll try it and see what works. I also follow the most important rule of games like Assassin's Creed, which is take everything. One of the things that came up because I like to read and know what I'm doing in games, which maybe takes the fun out of it for some people, but I'm nosy, is that things like, oh, what is it? Like wood that you need for like crafting arrows are really hard to find. So like you have to go and take it from caravans. You can't find it and source it like you can in Odyssey. You also can't tame animals in this one, or at least I can't yet, which is frustrating because who wouldn't love a pet lion? Yeah, see, so you can roll. You don't superhero land, which is, yeah, really disappointing. Let's see. So I'm not really following a particular mission right now. I think the storyline of this game is a little bit less clear than in Odyssey. When you start Odyssey, you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It is almost too constricting. This game doesn't seem to have enough direction. I will say my favorite thing to do in the Assassin's Creed games is all of the forts. Mostly because I like to see how many people I can stealth kill before they light their torch, and then I gotta run. I think one of the best things that they did in these games was give you the ability to, like, call people over sneakily. It is so helpful.
This place is heavily guarded.
And you're 100% right. It is not as cool. I did switch off the camel. I don't dislike the camel, but it doesn't look as cool as a horse that's got, like, fang wear on it. I think camels just are goofy looking, which is maybe mean of me, but they are. Also gives you the options to buy different animals, so you can have more than one horse and more than one camel. But, nah, horses, man. I'll always take horses over camels.
What's wrong with you?
This guy just asked me what's wrong with me, like I'm not here to kill him. Oh, yikes. Big yikes, everybody.
Die.
Oh, oh, come on.
Lighting the brazier.
Yeah, don't do that, please. No! I don't like blocking in this game as much either. Much more difficult. Oh no, we're dying. I hate the way that guy says brazier. We are gonna run though, because we're not trying to die today. Or at least not yet. It's way too early in the playthrough for that. Good thing about this game, you regenerate health as you run. So even if you don't have to take health potions like you did in the original games, you just kind of regenerate over time. Oh, for anyone who wants to see the camel, just so we're, because apparently the camel is really popular. This is his name. I'm gonna call him Apophis because I cannot pronounce the second part of that. So we'll get off my horse, we'll run around a little bit, and then we'll call the camel. I feel really bad anytime I jump off a high thing and you land with your animal because it will die, and I feel so guilty. Okay, so here's the camel. It doesn't look terrible, but you gotta admit that, like, the idea of an assassin riding a camel through the desert is a little bit goofy. Because it is. See if we can find an interesting quest to do. I try to do them in order, or at least I have been, because I've taken on so many of them that if I don't, I just get lost in what's happening. So, since I don't know where this other mysterious killer is, we're gonna do the Scarab's Lies quest. You are right, Captain Maelstrom, camels are better than horses on the sand. But also, it's a video game. So if I can jump into nothingness and not die. You know, more people ride horses in this game than camels. I'm really glad someone's enjoying the camel, though. There had to be at least one person. Okay. I will say I like the scenery in this game. So if you haven't played Odyssey yet, or if you're curious about it, I think Odyssey is beautiful in a lot of ways, but especially for some of the landscapes. I mean, when you get to mountaintops or you're sailing across the ocean is just breathtaking. The skill of these graphic designers who work on video games, it's nuts. I think Origins is beautiful for its like in its own way. You know, it's obviously a lot of sand, but it's really cool to see all this what we would consider like ancient Egyptian kind of style of things. It's a lot less modern, obviously, and like I know a lot of games now I feel like are very future based, and this is so different from that I really prefer it. I will say you do get a lot of experience points in this game. Like, there are a lot of ways to get them, even when it's just finding locations. And that's really convenient for when you need to go and get, like, extra assassin abilities.
Master Tahaka, my name is Bayek from Siwa.
I am indeed Tahaka, Grand Planner of Sais and Steward of Letopolis.
I met your family. Your wife sent me here. She said you might
So
know
Empyrean
about the one
is
called
a space
Scarab.
game, right?
This is not the place to speak, for who knows who may overhear our words. Come inside and I will answer you.
That would be cool to get to see, like, the difference in an animus, not in real life. The moon in this game is always
Your
cool.
son is
It's
very proud of your wife.
unreasonably large for some reason, and I obviously think it's because you're in a simulation.
You'll be here soon. I dream of my son and his sons following in my steps. The world is made by great men dreaming big. What do you dream of, Bayek?
Question for the
do
group,
not
guys.
have
What do you
much
dream
in my
of?
dreams. Just finding the Scarab.
Scarab preys upon the weak. There's no threat to me.
Are you not afraid of the Scarab, Tahaka? Seems after what he did to your father-in-law.
What happened to poor Goopa tears me. Whatever my life's work, whatsoever I did to bring that down upon him, I beg the gods.
Collect resources, build bases, build ships. That does sound like it could be a lot of fun. Sometimes I have a hard time getting into games that require a whole lot of pre-building before you can actually play. Unless
Sandstorm coming.
that game allows you to really be creative.
That keening is the voice of the Resetu. The desert dogs use the storm as a rallying cry. These reavers use the sandstorm to mask their raids.
Ooh, one of the things about this game, and it's a cool detail, but it's really frustrating, is that when it's sandstorms like this, you can't call your eagle to spot things for you. Which, obviously, that right makes sense because, you know, you don't want it flying when it can't see. But, man, if it's not frustrating. Oh, come on, you. Thank you. Yeah, so I glow green every time I kill somebody. The sword I have, every time I kill somebody, I gain health in return. Which is very nice and very convenient. Especially when it's someone that I can just take out.
I have it shot!
Your bird would get blown away. I don't know if it's a he or a she. I've kind of assumed it's a she. Its name is Senu.
The wind rises, and the sand with it.
So another fun thing about this game, when you're going through just like your daily play, these little blue diamonds that appear over people, they are allies of yours. So they're people that are resisting Ptolemy, the Pharaoh's reign, and you're supposed to be helping them. So, you know, you can meet them in the streets to, like, help them fight off guards and things like that. So they're like little side quests, good ways to get some experience points. And definitely some loot.
You face the greatest of Egypt! God, come, Messiah! Fight with me!
What's it look like I'm doing? He does have some good finisher moves every now and then. I think one thing I struggle with in this game is that, at least right now, who doesn't love a good finisher? You seem to have a lot less options in terms of, like, special moves. So you have an R1, R2 combination ability that lets you do, like, a fancy move when you've built up enough adrenaline. But I don't think it works as well as, like, some of the other ones did. Let's see if I can get it up there and we'll see what we can do. I like this man's advice, though. Don't walk right into a sandstorm. You know, I think in main parts, whenever you get stopped anywhere, it's really hack and slash, because this is one of those, like, escort him out of a burning building missions where you just gotta punch your way out. I think the rest of the game does leave a lot more opportunity for stealth. And that's what I like so much about, like, taking on full fortresses, is that you have the ability... Sorry, if I keep pausing, really hard to attack and talk for me. Yeah, you have the ability to do, like, stealth mode to get through fortresses without being caught. And that's actually my favorite way to do it. Ooh, that was not kind of that guy. So, yeah, we're gonna hit R1, R2. And it does, like, one move for you, and that's it. And then you're back down to your adrenaline, which is kind of disappointing. Oh, I'm being attacked. I don't appreciate that. One of the things I liked so much about Odyssey was that you had options for how you used your special, like, abilities. So you could either do it like you were going to use all of your adrenaline at one point and do some really big finisher move, or you had options for, like, oh, I just want to do, like, a real quick jump, you know, slash slide thing. So you had different combo options, and in this game, at least right now, it doesn't seem like you do, which is kind of disappointing. Remembering, of course, that this came out before Odyssey, I just played them out of order. The Greek world was much more interesting to me.
But these bandits are not my concern. Tell me about the Scarab before you ride.
Is that not the badge of a Magi that you wear? These reavers are a threat to the good and innocent people of Letopolis. Come with me, Paik. And once we have returned these curs to the desert they so love, then I will tell you the story you want to hear.
All right. I will join your cause for today.
Pretty sure this guy just low-key blackmailed me into joining his cause so that I can get information to hunt down the people who killed my son. That's pretty terrible. I mean, it worked, but it's terrible. I haven't played Black Flag yet, so I do have that game. It's on my list of ones to play. But once I've started this one, I feel like I gotta keep playing it.
And spill their blood on the sand.
Alright. Let's go spill some blood on the sand. Bring my own camel. Thank you very much. Notice all these people have horses.
This task you have put yourself to, it seems impossible.
Only the gods can know that. wander once, before the desert overtook it. I mean to show the world, to show the gods, that men
Camel
can
all the
conquer
way.
anything if
Sure.
they put their minds to it.
You know,
Perhaps you
again,
have been
personally
sent by the
here for
gods to help
horses,
me
but
realize my vision.
we'll give some camels their screen time.
A keen eye. We could restore this land to glory.
I have my own great work ahead of me.
We shall see if I cannot convince you.
I fully believe in scouting also. Never a good idea to just run into a camp blind. Which is what I'm sure I'm going to have to do because it's underground. My least favorite type of camp. Yep, it is. In a cave. Well, let's see what happens. So, cool thing about this one though, this Assassin's Creed game I'll say, is that you have more than one type of bow. So you can have two bows equipped at once. So I have one that is like a medium range, and then I have a long range bow. I know everybody else has already kind of run on ahead, but that feels a little silly to me. So I'm gonna see who I can sneak up on and kill. Maybe nobody. Another thing about this game, when you stand up to shoot, that is the worst. So even if you're hiding in the bushes in this game, when you aim your arrows to kill somebody, it automatically stands you up, which is really annoying and kind of dumb. I guess I should go help these guys down here, huh? Fine. Not really sure what they're doing. Oh. I'm also a really big fan, if you're infiltrating like camps or something, see if there are animals locked in the cages and shoot them from like a height or from a hidden spot, because the animals will just attack whoever they see there. So as long as you're hidden or out of reach, they'll do half of your work for you, which is the best way to be. Where is everybody else? Running after somebody, it looks like. Oh, they got him for me. Look at that. Didn't even have to do any of the work. I know it wasn't a cool hero landing, but that was a pretty sick parkour roll, you gotta admit. Also, that's really hard to say after a while. Well, we've got to be missing some bandits, because the exploration area is still on. There he is.
Killing to be done.
Okay, before I go follow anybody, we're gonna go hunt for treasure, because we leave no treasure behind. Look, we didn't have to go that far. He's right here, too. How convenient.
My thanks to you, Bayek. Before you arrived, I thought my dream was doomed to die. You gave me the strength to hunt down...
I'm gonna say this guy is pretty dramatic. He's really concerned about his dreams dying.
Followers of Sekhmet, the Lady of Slaughter. They wish nothing more than chaos and ruin.
Are they connected to this
Also,
guy?
hopefully you can hear the game audio.
No,
If not, I would have
they
hoped
think
someone would have said
themselves
something by
lions,
now.
But they are no more than carrion eaters. And now they will feed the scavengers. I will bring this priest back to the city. Meet me at my house. We will dine.
Everyone's dreams are important. This guy's just really dramatic about it, I think.
May God bless you and the protector saving me, Master Dahak.
I mean, I'm over here trying to find the murderer of my child. Splish splash through all this water. Do do do. Alright, here we go. I don't know why. Sometimes I just start running, forgetting, of course, that I have an animal I can ride. And it's so much faster.
Whoa. Yeah.
You know what it is about the camel that really gets me? The sound it makes when it's walking is just so goofy, and its little legs, the way they like move, for some reason is hysterical to me. Maybe it shouldn't be, but it is.
Whoa.
Bayek, did you see the sandstorm? Come, Father said
How
he'd
could you
join us
miss
for
it?
dinner.
I'm glad you made it safely, Maharet.
Yes, the gods blessed our passage.
We saw vultures and a hyena and so much
It is a
sand.
pretty funny sound.
Enough sand to fill a lifetime. That is why we need so many to help us with our great work.
And what do you promise
I
them?
cannot imagine
Parcel of
living in
land
the
with a house
desert.
to call their own. They must only help reclaim it from the desert.
That is all? Just dig up your house.
You
No
get a house,
simple
just dig it
task.
up, guys.
We must all pitch in to honor the gods.
People know his vision is a true one.
It is good to honor your father, Kawa.
The savior of Letopolis.
Let us have some honey dates now. And
Let's talk about how good those sound. Oh no. Either our best friend here is the bad guy, or we're having a full-blown panic attack. What were what? Were you asking what were honey dates? Oh, yeah, honey dates sounded like a good thing. Really, for me, most foods sound like a good thing, so... Got it.
Gods be against you, Tahaka.
Yep, look at that. Tahaka is not a good guy. He is our Scarab. What a shame. You know, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to free yourself from the desert.
Senu. Where are you, my love?
Right here. Downside is, not really sure how you'd free yourself. I mean, you are literally ahead.
Soon
I'm gonna make
I
a
will
reference, and I don't know if anyone's seen it, but
lead me into the field of writs.
Madagascar, you know, King Julian jokes about the guy being just a little head. Oh, what a happy little, a sad little head.
Please, don't hate me.
Oh, this is sad. Honestly, not really sure what I'm supposed to do here. You know, I'm kind of stuck in the sand. His arm, like, moves at points, but, really struggling to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I'm literally buried in sand. Having a hallucination about the guy in the desert. No, well, oh. I shimmied a little bit there. He, you know, kind of did his thing. Shuffled around. Let's see, does this tell me anything when I hover over this desert sand blob? Nope. And you know why? Because we're in the desert hallucinating. Yeah, that really is the most vague of descriptions. Oh, call your horse. That would be the first thing I would think of when I'm stuck in the desert, is to whistle to a horse instead of digging out.
Enno, good boy.
Oh, this is the horse you start the game with. He's very cute. But he really needs to get his little horsey hiney over to me. Oh, good job. So they talked about this earlier in the game, that this character, the Scarab, just buries people up to the neck in the desert and then leaves them to die. Which has to be a horrible way of dying.
Stripped of armor, weapons, and coin. Where to begin?
You know,
Now,
I'll be
before
really
the
upset
wind
if I have to
erases the
go back
tracks.
and rebuy all the things I did. We would not be happy. Yeah, what a horrible way to go. The question, I guess, is, well, and in some cases, like, you'd almost burn alive. You know, like, the sand in the desert gets so hot, and now you're buried in it, like, with your head in full sun. We're just gonna run through this because, you know, water. Yeah, what an awful, awful way to die. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here or not.
Guards here are vigilant.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, send your dog. That's fine. It's actually probably a hyena. Yep. Well, we're gonna have to be really stealthy in here because we don't really have an option. So, who has my things? I hit the wrong button there. Which normally wouldn't be a problem, except I don't have any other weapons right now. Ooh. We're gonna hide real quick because he's coming up. Thinking about it, he's looking around. I am special, thank you very much. This guy's got a lot of attitude, which I don't appreciate. You know the one thing I've always found funny about these games? How do you not see my horse? Like, there's just a random horse on the side of your fort, and no one thinks anything of it.
Where are you? Where?
I'm over here. Here I am. One of the most useful abilities in this game that you acquire pretty early on, or you can acquire, is after you assassinate someone, you automatically loot their stuff, which is convenient. I'm sorry, someone... There better not be anybody touching my stuff. That's a pet peeve of mine. In real life, definitely a pet peeve in a video game. Get your own things.
They should have stayed in the shadows.
Absolutely should have stayed in the shadows. You know, have a new person pop on every now and then. Gotta hang out longer. I'm comedy gold occasionally. Alrighty, while we assess... Thank you. I appreciate the positive encouragement coming my way. Since I'm here, we're gonna free some people, and also, because how dare you touch my things? Alrighty. Oh, there is a guy in there. Guess I shouldn't be in his line of sight. God, this reaction thing is real slow, though. How rude. Oh, of course we gotta call everybody? This is not a team sport. So I like this sword because it gives me health. Oh, sorry, take it back. This one does a poison cloud. My other one gives me health as I kill people. This one poisons them as I attack. Oh, and we died. We were doing so well, too. If I have to get my armor again, I'm going to be very upset. Oh, look at that. We don't have to go get it. But we do have to go assassinate a Scarab.
You there! Stop!
Not even in your fort. Settle down, dude. I always forget it's the wrong side. Left side is for arrows. I kinda wanna shoot that guy, but focus on the mission. Anybody here got anything interesting? Nope. Okay, fine. I do hate how slowly you go through, like, towns and cities. I mean, I get it, try not to run over the pedestrians, but they could also just move out of the way.
Best not to draw attention here.
Yeah, let's see where we are. Hey man, I'm not even in your fort. Calm down. Let's see where we're going. So far, we've got a whole fort full of people. But where is my target?
Let's keep my eyes open though.
Is he even in this fort? We'll go this way. Relax, everybody. I love this bow. Oh, he's down there. I see him. And exactly, pedestrians in the game can get out of the way. They're not even real people.
What's happened?
Who knows? Not me.
Alarm! Alarm! Something is going on. Weapons ready, Phile.
What? On my way!
Hey! Trouble here!
There is trouble here.
Have to think of a long, painful way to finish this.
Hey, what? Hey, hold
Man,
on!
I'm gonna have to fight all these rooftop guys.
Join your dad!
I feel like your shield does not protect you from a whole lot in this game, which is really irritating.
Smile upon my world, so that my name might remain enduring in this temple forever and ever. Oh,
Amen,
Mother
or whatever.
Earth, watch over me, so that I may be placed among the impenetrable stars and may never die.
Fantastic shot, if I may say so. No, okay, just coming up one level. Let's see where our
Mother
target
Luz,
is.
watch over me, so that I may be placed among the stars.
He is a little intense.
Cut the bastard off!
Can I run, or are we just gonna stand here? This was an interesting thing so far in this game. So, anytime you kill one of your, like, main
This
opponents,
is how a dream dies.
there's a cut sequence here,
I could have
where
built
it's
something
you
to
and the
last an
enemy,
age.
and sometimes, like, a
Cooper could have
flashback.
sung stories of your accomplishments.
There are things I regret. We all labor for higher powers. We are all enthralled to greater forces. There is no escape. I am but one in the Order of Ancients. This victory will bring you no peace.
It is not peace that I seek. It is not for my soul that I walk this path.
The Order of Ancients will remember me as the bringer of waters and the builder of cities.
He is definitely kind of intense. Maybe more than kind of.
Oh, the desert will blow in and scatter the dream of Letopolis like dust.
Who doesn't love a good dust in the wind speech?
Ah! Father! I'll cut you down, like you did my father! I got you all, friend! I hate you!
Take care of him. Try to make him understand if you can.
You have brought blood and death to my house.
You are blind. But now you must open your eyes. Your husband was the Scarab. He did this. Your father was tortured and scarred by this man, as were so many others.
No!
It is up to you to raise your boy into the light, out of the blood and shadows of his father's legacy. I'm sorry, my son.
That's heavy.
Good news, Layla. Aya's DNA has finished sequencing. You can sync with their memories now. They're pretty fragmented, but you should be able to dip in for a little while.
Cool, look at that new trophy.
Okay. Weird.
So in this game, you don't get to choose whether you are male or female like you do in Odyssey, but you do play as both Bayek and his wife Aya. So you get to play as both a guy and a girl, which is kind of cool still, but I like being able to choose. And for those of you who haven't played Odyssey, Cassandra's character is much better. Her voice actor is phenomenal, and her character seems so much more real than Alexios, which is her brother.
Just like the
I do think Valhalla lets you choose too, the new one. I'm really curious about that.
Here comes Themistocles. And that is the game.
Oh!
Hamodo! Foxy, that's why are we delivering all this treasure? We could retire to Lesbos with this amount of gold.
What say you, desert rats?
Wow, what a
If
queen.
that chest doesn't make it to Pompeii, this ship won't either. We crawl through Hades to deliver it if we have to.
See, she gets it. Don't touch her things.
Back to work, you slack black horse! Themestis, my trusted shield boy, get to it, huh? We've been hired to bribe Pompeii, to save a queen, and to win a kingdom. The usual fare for us mercenaries, huh?
Strikers!
Look at that, you do have a boat. Okay, before I get too into Aya's, I think I'm going to cut it here for now. Just because I have to get up and work in the morning, which is no fun. But you gotta do it. So thanks for watching. Super fun. We'll probably do it again. I'm hoping before the end of this week. So I guess that'd be either... Well, that gives us, what, 3 days? Does the week start on Sunday or Monday for you guys? Alright. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.